No, man,
I
these are like direct to DVD movies,
yeah,
you know?
like,
Like,
it's just
nobody needs them.
all right. Welcome to another episode of Two Fight Fans. We talk about all things in combat sports. I'm one fight fan, Colin,
And I'm the other Stewart.
and we're back after a week off because of various scheduling and whatever. Like, basically, we
No,
just
no, no, don't say that. We took the week off because there was fuck all on this calendar. That's why.
yeah, yeah.
Don't say it's because we were going places, you had vacation, I had vacation. We saw people, you saw people, like, it needs to
Well,
be.
well, come on. You moved. You bought a new house, so yeah, good for you,
Ye
man.
Yeah, yeah, but
You had
also
some
there
real
was
world shit to do.
fuck all going on in this card. There was fuck all this weekend.
Did you actually watch the Apex card on Saturday?
Co Colin, name 2 fights that occurred this weekend without looking it up.
I know the one fight that didn't happen.
Yeah? Okay, name 2 fights that did happen.
Yeah, dude, I did not look at this card at all.
Yeah, man. This might be the most irrelevant card that has ever occurred on a UFC schedule.
Yeah.
For, like, is it important as a fan to know where the movement in a division is? This might be the worst card of all time. So why watch it? Who ca like, and even if it wasn't the worst card, i.e., like, the entertainment value was the lowest, like, the most doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Will any of us look back on these fights and go like, "Oh, did you miss that fight?" Or like, "Oh, this was important stepping stone for this fighter." No. Useless, pointless nonsense. So, I didn't watch any of it, Colin.
I
Um, yeah,
I
did you
didn't
watch
even
any of
really
it?
No, I mean, I only heard about some of the things from you, so, like, what happened with this whole Macy Barber fight being canceled at the last possible minute? You said it was something about, like, the weight cut and
Well,
sickness or something. What's happening here?
yeah. Macy Barber apparently missed, well, not apparently, very clearly on the record proven missed weight for this fight. And
Okay.
then rumor has it, though it has not been confirmed by the UFC, that 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the fight, she actually suffered multiple seizures in the back room
Whoa.
before the Aaron Blanchfield fight. And then they called the fight off. And then Aaron Blanchfield came out and essentially said, and now I'm paraphrasing here, that Macy Barber is a messy bitch and
Oh,
needs to get her life together. And kind of like shouldn't, like, what an unprofessional asshole. And then Macy Barber posted a picture of her with a bunch of those EKG probes. Have you ever gotten an EKG, Colin?
mhm, yeah.
Yeah, you get all those little, like, clamps and probes and,
Yeah,
like,
they're
little
all, like,
sticks in
attached
front
to
of
your
you.
chest and everything, yeah.
Yeah, she posted a picture of herself in the hospital with a bunch of those all over her, and she's went like, a bunch of unexpected stuff happened, but also, I'm not messy. My life isn't messy, which I'm like, if you're responding to the messy bitch part, like, you're probably a messy bitch. Like, that's probably what's going on here. So I don't
What
know. I mean, it
what
does
does she mean
sound
by
like,
messy, though? Like, what does that even mean?
I don't know, she said, like, "Get your life together." So much seems to be messy about your life. Your fight camp is messy, you're messy, you have a messy life. And basically, from what I can surmise from, now again, is all of this hearsay and rumor and kind of the ethereal MMA vibe? Sure. But it does seem like most people know that, like, Macy Barber's been having, it seems like, a lot of health issues prior to this fight. And so the fact that she would accept this fight and let it get all the way up till 5 minutes before the fight, it kind of feels like maybe a TJ Dillashaw thing where, like, they knew his shoulder was blown out and then still let him go out and fight.
Hmm.
Like, sort of a, I know this isn't really gonna go through, or, like, if the fight does go through, it'll be just by the skin of our teeth. But, like, imagine, she had a seizure 5 minutes before this fight happened. Imagine she had a seizure 6 minutes, l you know, after that, or she didn't have a seizure. Like, she could have had a seizure the first minute this fight started.
Yeah.
That would have not been a good look. And it sounds like, at least rumors are, hearsay are, so who's to say, but, like, the general vibe is that some people suspected that that might happen or that the health condition was so bad that that might happen. Um,
But okay, was this because was her health like bad to begin with, or was she like the weight cut went so poorly this last week that it led to
well,
this?
she has pulled out 3 times before due to health issues and has
Mm,
moved down and then back up in weight, moved from 135 to 115 to 125 because of health issues.
mhm,
And she'd pulled out from a fight before due to unknown health issues. But it was like, so was that an injury? Was that sickness or whatever? But she does seem to have a history. She's not like Jose Aldo, where like, even though they say, hey, the weight cut is really bad, like he makes it almost every single time until his, 57th fight or whatever the fuck. Like, she has had routine weight misses and then, like, health issues that has, like, pulled her out of a fight close to not as close as this, 5 hours beforehand or 5 minutes beforehand is, like, very, very close, but, like, she does seem to have kind of some issues with her health and cutting weight, and it does seem to be getting worse and worse and getting exacerbated as time goes on, so,
hmm.
yeah. It's not great, Bob.
Yeah, I
Like,
was just
that's
gonna
not
say,
good.
great Bob.
Yeah, like, so, I don't know, what do you do with Aaron Blanchfield and Macy Barr after this? Because like, this was kind of like a meh fight, but it would at least establish some sort of order in the division. What do you do after this?
I don't know. This whole like the whole division is kind of a mess, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, that's because Shevchenko's at the top. We hate
yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, we've also talked about how like the people that we thought were going to challenge with her apparently can't, and it's just like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this whole division is just kind of going to be at a stalemate until Shevchenko retires, right? So like we talked about it in our last episode, like what do we do with this division? Where do we go from here? It's like nothing right now interests us about it.
Yeah, yeah, and this was supposed to give some movement to it, but, like, then it just didn't.
Yeah,
So, yeah, like, what do we do? Who cares?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
what I
right.
kinda say. That was that fight card. Like, who cares? And then, like, oh, Ludovic Klein fought Mateusz Gamrot, and Mateusz Gamrot, like, took him down 10,000 times. Ludovic Klein is like, "Oh, bummer." And it's like, that's what Mateusz Gamrot does, so that's go fuck yourself.
Yeah, dude. I did not like. I don't know. I know like four of these names on this fight on this card.
Yeah, no, Ariel Helwani and both Ariel Helwani and Luke Thomas called it the most irrelevant fight card of all time, right? Maybe not the worst, but, like, it's the one that matters the least in the history of the UFC. Like,
Yeah.
it truly doesn't matter what anything that happens on this fight card. So, why would I ever watch that? Like, this is the fucking sputum at the end of the slop bucket.
Like,
Don't need to watch it.
why
Yeah.
did they even like? What were they thinking with this card? Like,
Well, they knew that they got contractually obligated fees from ESPN Plus, so they were like, "Yeah, fuck it, we can put garbage on this." I don't know. They do feel like they're being a little like saucy, a little naughty, being like, "Ooh, what can I get away with? What if I
but
put
this
like
is
the
just
worst fight card together?"
it's
What's
just
gonna happen?
ridiculous. Like this, like it's useless. Like there's nothing you could have pulled any a couple of fights from other rounds and made them better. So
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
literally like there's no effort being put into this.
yeah. I mean, we'll have to do one when there's because like June is gonna be a good month for the UFC. I feel like, but like we will need to take some time at some point and like talk about like who is the new fan of the UFC. Like we are in the turnover period now, and I feel like the new UFC fans are people who just like simply are incels and have no friends and have nothing else to do on a Saturday night. And so they're like, I guess I'll turn in like to watch this fucking fight card, which is like, go outside, man. Go meet another human being. Go talk to someone. Cause it's getting sad, dude. It's getting real sad.
Yeah,
Um,
I, I
yeah.
like cards like this, like when there's literally like there's no point to them. You know, like
Yeah.
you can have these fights, but like
No, man,
I,
these are, like, direct to DVD movies,
yeah,
you know?
like
Like,
it's just
nobody needs them.
like every single one of these is a fucking undercard fight. They are not on the main card. You know, even on like
Yeah,
the Apex. So like I'm still I don't know what you do with this. Like if this is the trajectory it's heading, like you know, like it's on 316 this weekend, like
it's not great.
it's not great, but I mean, you could flip some of these over there. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. No, 100%. Like, you could no, it's we've talked about this till we're blue in the face. We like, hardcore fans like us have been talking about this since the Fox Sports 1 era, which is like, we need less fight cards because there's simply not enough talent to fill it up. It'd be like if you suddenly added 20 new uh, teams to the NFL. There's not that many people that can be a quarterback. There's just simply
yeah.
not that many good quarterbacks to like suddenly have 20 more that we need. Like it just doesn't exist. So let's meet the sport where it is, not where we want it to be. Um,
Well, I mean, even in the NFL, there are games that are like, all right, no one cares about these two teams, so we will televise a different game for you guys. Like,
yeah, yeah, but that's not that. No, that's not the UFC, man. They're just here to extract wealth and then steal blood from our eyeballs, and it sucks.
yeah,
So, who cares? We didn't watch these fights, and it ended up being nice that we took a week off because we did not need to talk about what do we think is going to happen to Aaron Blanchfield and Macy Barber because it turns out fucking nothing.
yeah,
Nothing happened. Yeah. Now, fortunately, this coming Friday, we will talk about UFC 316, make picks because we've got two title fights. We've got some interesting stuff going on. Is it the strongest card? No, but it's not an Apex card, so that's
yeah.
nice.
And it's something. It's not great,
It's
but it's something.
exactly. It's like a nice hamburger for a meal, you know? It's not gourmet, it's not trash. Just like right in the middle. You're like, "All right, a good hamburger is a good hamburger. I
Yeah,
can eat this." You know?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Um,
There are interesting things on it.
yeah. We've got some other interesting things to talk about, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I got a couple things.
yeah, besides that, besides your shit, fuck you.
All right.
What's I've got one interesting thing to say.
Oh, give me.
Did you see that the, Guadalajara UFC
Yeah,
pay-per-view is off?
yeah, yeah. It got moved because apparently they are doing some this is according to them, construction or remodeling on the stadium or
Mhm,
whatever, so it's not gonna be
mhm,
ready.
yeah, which sounds true because apparently, like, back in March, when they announced that they were gonna go to the stadium, a bunch of Mexican reporters were like, "Hey," in March, they were like, "This thing isn't even built yet. Are you sure you're gonna go there?" And they're like, "Would we announce it unless we were sure?" And then they were like, well, nobody else has had anything go live there." And they're like, "Look, when we're ready, we know what the fuck we're doing." And then it turns out, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So now they're taking it to Vegas, it looks like, and it's no longer a pay-per-view, which means, Colin, if it's
Wait, it's
not a
still not gonna be
pay-per-view,
the Noche event?
it will be Noche, but it's a fight night, no longer a pay-per-view.
Oh, no.
So, Colin, without a pay-per-view, you don't need a title fight at the very top, which means we might be spared Yair Rodriguez, Alexander Volkanovski too.
Oh, okay.
What would you put as the new main event of this card?
If we're still gonna celebrate Mexican heritage and history?
I mean, in the most bastardized ways possible that the UFC knows how to do.
Well, I mean, the last time we did Noche, it was headlined by UFC 316 headliners, so I mean, uh,
Are you telling me Merab Dvalishvili is not Mexican enough for you?
yes.
All right, makes sense. Yep, you're right.
Glad we're clear on that. No,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I think one of the ones I think you s when you said Diego Lopez versus Yair Rodriguez, I think that would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
good,
yeah, 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 yeah.
you
That's
know? I'm
good.
good with that.
Mhm, 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 mhm. Yeah. No, that's good. Let's just do Mosarevlov versus Alexander Volkanovski on the next card. And yeah, Yair Rodriguez versus Diego Lopez. That shit is dude, that's sex on fire. Let's do it right now.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm with that.
yeah, yeah, cool.
I can't believe they're not gonna do a pay-per-view. Like, that's wild. Like, to go from basically the Sphere to the Apex for your Noche event is like,
I mean,
yeah, that's pretty rough.
it shows how little of a shit they give about these cards, and also how strict and regimented they are. They don't have the flexibility to be like, oh, we have a star in this country. I guess we better go to this country. Like, remember when Conor McGregor was just coming up and they had a fight in Dublin, and then they had a fight in Boston for him? Like, they were able to be flexible about where fights were, what time fights were at. And now they're like, oh no, we've decided this is our Noche card. Fuck it. Like, it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. Or like, this is an Australian card, and even sometimes when they'll have those Australian cards, they won't even have the headliner be a big Australian star. They'll be like, "Well, this is just who we have." And you're like, the the rigidity of this schedule. I mean, not to be such a Debbie Downer today, because we took a whole week off. We should be excited. We've got fights coming up, but like, dude, I'll say it. It's getting hard to be a UFC fan. It's
Oh,
really fucking hard.
we've talked about that for a while. Like, there's been a ton of things to be like not happy about, whether it's been
Yeah.
how the UFC has handled treating its fighters, what we're fucking doing in each one of the weight classes, you
Mhm.
know, like I mean, like, yeah, the number of events that they're putting on that are just like so shitty and like, yeah, I mean, there's you have to go looking for the things to be happy about, you know,
Mhm.
like, I am happy that like Volk is champ again. I like that, you know, I like that Horiguchi was re-signed and he's making a comeback after like 10 years, but still doesn't have a fight, you know, like
Yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
there are you have to like really squint to find the good
Yeah,
things, you
I
know.
love that your examples were one guy's a champion and we re-signed one fighter. That especially because there's what, 800 fighters in the UFC, and you just called
God, is
out
there that
2, and
many?
you're like, "Yeah, oh, dude, it's huge, yeah." And it's like, you called out 2, and you're like, "I'm excited," and you didn't even say, like, "I'm excited that, they're on a win streak," you're like, "I'm excited
That they exist.
they're fighting." Yeah, that they exist in the UFC. I'm excited they're here, that they're
Alright,
around.
let's do okay, just off of that really quickly, just like you said, we're coming off a week break.
Mhm.
Let's just spitfire, just off the top of your head, some of the things that you're excited, you're happy about with the UFC. You know, I've got Horiguchi's back. I've got that Volk is a champion. I like that Dustin and Max are going to be fighting together in Dustin's, hometown, home state there.
Yeah.
Uh, I like Pantoja's fighting Kai Kara France. I think that's a good matchup.
Yeah.
I like the Topuria and Oliveira matchup, even though it's probably
Mhm.
going to break my heart. I'm going to cry afterwards to you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like Jack Della Maddalena. He impressed
Mhm.
a lot in his title win. I'm waiting for you, man. Come on. I'm trying to. I'm
Oh,
just spouting shit off now.
I like that, the welterweight division seems to have full turnover. Looks like we've got Shavkat, Sean Brady, Ian Gary, Jack Della Maddalena, possibly Joaquin Buckley, like a whole new crop of contenders coming up at
Yeah,
welterweight. That's
yeah.
exciting.
That's yeah.
Um, I Here's an interesting fact. Um, 90% of people in the UFC rankings are above the age of 30.
What really?
Divisions are getting older, and we are not getting young new talent coming up. Um, and that's a bummer.
That
Uh,
is a little alarming.
yeah, that shows that there's just not the turnover in the sport that we like to see. Uh, of the turnover we do like to see, I do like that the fighting nerds are coming out on top. I like Blue Jean Silva. I like Kai Bahalio. I like Carlos Prates. I know there's a couple other. There's fucking what's his name? Huffy is
Mauricio Huffy.
yeah, like the fighting nerds are exciting to see.
Yeah.
Um, uh, uh, It sounds like John Jones officially is being stripped, and we're gonna get a Tom Aspinall fight sooner rather than later.
That's like still
Well,
until
did you see he announced it today? Tom Aspinall?
well, he
He was like,
said like he's just kind of talking now, right?
I don't know. He's never claimed to have a fight booked that wasn't booked, and he says he does have a fight booked with a name. So, um, and then when they were like, "Oh, great! Like, so you and John?" He was like, "Oh no, John's retired." So maybe we'll get movement in this division sooner rather than later. But that's wishful thinking. But other than that, dude, all I really have to say is be like, I'm excited the fighting nerds are around, and like, I'm excited we're gonna get Hamzat and DDP. Like, I don't, dude, that's about it, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So that's about it. Like, yeah, maybe Amanda Nunes will come back this year, but like, how excited am I for that? I don't know. I got to see what fucking Juliana Pena and Kayla Harrison come up with. Um,
You make
yeah,
an
man,
interesting point in that, like, whatever percentage you said, a high percentage of the ranked fighters are all above 30,
95.
90. What's gonna happen in 5 years and these
Dude,
guys
it's
start
gonna
retiring and no one replaces them? Are
fuck
we
that.
gonna go
Less than
backwards?
5 years, dude. In 2 years, it's gonna be shit, man. Because 'Cause we're gonna get Dustin, Ju Justin, maybe Max, maybe Islam. Like, well, Islam is vacating. Probably
Yeah,
Charles. Like, these guys are all gonna, and then we're gonna have what? Paddy Pimblett,
yeah.
Ilia Topuria, Hanato Moicano. Though Hanato Moicano is 36. Like,
Well,
he
that's
might
not
retire.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, within 5 years, like, you could have all even someone who's 30 right now.
Paddy
Fighting
Pimblett.
at 35 is different than 30, you know?
Dude, we might have Paddy Pimblett be retiring in 5 years.
And who's gonna replace them? Like, I mean, I know you just said we have 900 fighters or whatever, but, like,
No one, right?
yeah,
Like,
what's gonna happen to the
yeah.
sport? What's gonna happen to the UFC if they don't start investing in younger talent
Bro,
to
we're gonna be investing in curling. I told you. I told you right from the beginning of this podcast, we're gonna be talking about curling by the end of this fucking thing.
listen,
It's,
you are too Canadian for me now. I will not I can't
Oh,
no.
huge shout out. Everyone listen to the podcast called Broomgate about mechanical doping in, professional curling. Fascinating, fascinating podcast. But that's beside the point. Yeah, what will happen to the sport? I don't know. Like, there's always boom and bust cycles. Like, I remember in 2018 where we were coming off of kind of like the high of Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey, where it was 2018 was definitely like a big dip year because the first pay per view of that year was Holly Holm versus Durandamy for the 145 belt. Like, everyone was like, "Wow, this is a huge down year," but, like, this is the most down year I've ever seen in MMA, and I don't really see, like, a clear other than welterweight, like, there's no generation coming up that I'm excited for. Like, what under 30 fighter are you excited to watch fight other than Ilia Topuria?
How old is he 28, 29?
29.
29. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, that's the thing, I don't know many of them anymore, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
like, you got me interested a little bit in Peyton Talbot, and then, you know, he lost his last
Yep.
fight, you know, but
There's just not a big, huge amount of names. Like, there's no
yeah.
one at heavyweight, there's no one at light heavyweight, there's no one even at middleweight, there's no contender at middleweight under the age of 30. We've the most amount of contenders in the top 15 under the age of 30 are at welterweight. And then most other divisions, everyone is over 30.
Mhm.
Like, it's just people are taking way longer to get into the top 15.
Yeah.
And that's not a good look for the sport. It's not just like, oh, everyone's maturing. It's like we know that the athletic prime for a lot of these guys is like what, 26 to 29? And so you've
Mhm.
got Ilia Topuria, but besides that, you don't have a ton of people because Shavkat's 30. You've got Sean Brady, Ian McGarry, both at 28. Um, Jack Della Maddalena is 28, even though he looks like he's 540 years old. Um, Like, so you've got welterweight, but having only one division of so many is just not great at all.
No, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's dude, I don't know. I don't know what happens to the sport in a few years. Like it oh man, I think I think it's en route for a real reckoning, and it's gonna be a real bummer when that happens.
Yeah,
But that dude, you reap what you sow, you know? Like the UFC really has kind of planted these seeds, and you bite deeply into the fruit that is born by the seeds you plant, months ago. It's not something that happens like immediately. Like this is a long time coming. Um,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, all right. Ask your questions, Colin, because that's all I had to say.
Well, maybe this will be something that will be a little bit more interesting for you. So there are some fight announcements.
All right, lay it on me.
Actually, both of them flyweight. So tell me, what
Oh,
do you think? Amir Albazi versus Tatsuro Taira?
Tsuru Taira Amiro Bazi. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good because
Yeah.
Tatsuro Taira, who did he just lose to?
He lost to who did he lose to? Brandon
Because I know.
Royval.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, not bad. And like a pretty close fight. And Amiro Bazi got like outschooled by Brendan Moreno. So yeah, that's good. That's a good bounce back fight for both of them because they
Yeah,
were like two young guns that were supposed to be coming up in the division. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Love it. I think that's eminently winnable for Tetsuya Taira. So
yeah.
love that. Love that.
Okay, okay. It's going to be in early August. It looks like.
Where at?
Uh, it does not say. It just says the August 2nd card.
So yeah, not taking them to Japan or anywhere useful. Just
Nah, no, it's
gonna
probably
take
going
them
to
to
be.
probably like Wichita, Kansas, or some
Oh no,
shit.
no, no. Sorry, it is going to be at the Apex.
Oh fuck me, dude.
Yeah,
Why? Why?
because they're little
All
guns.
right.
Of course they are.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that a little bit more then, but I don't hate them. I just hate the circumstances they live in.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. And
And Steve Erceg is coming back.
love that.
He's fighting Alex Perez.
Ooh, that's actually a good fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, where is that taking place?
Shiz. It would not surprise me if it was going to be on the exact same fucking.
Ugh,
Yep,
yeah,
UFC
Apex.
Apex in August. Yep.
Fuck me. Dude, I mean, good. Like that's actual good skilled matchmaking right there.
Yeah.
Um, man, I'm excited to see them both on Apex card. Man, why you gotta look how they massacre my boys? You know what I'm saying? Like, just look at what they do. Look at what
Yeah.
they do to them. God damn. No, great fights. We'll talk more about them as we get closer to August. I mean, we got some amazing fights in June and July before then. And I'm sure one of these fights will fall apart, but if they hold on,
Come on, don't say
these are
that.
oh, dude, I mean, this far out, come now. You know this is gonna turn into fucking Donk Donkerson versus Rick Rickerson. This is gonna be the fight. You know what we're saying? Maybe Steve Erceg will make it, but yeah, excited to see it. Excited to see whatever happens. As long as it's flyweight, we love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Any other fight announcements?
I mean, those are the two most recent ones I saw. I'm sure there were a couple more, but I saw two flyweights. I was like, "Ooh, I'm excited for this."
All right, all right. I guess we got to talk about for 5 seconds before we move on, and then possibly end this podcast super early. Tom Aspinall
Yeah.
announcing that he is the undisputed champion. He has a title fight coming up, and that John Jones is officially retired. And announcing that to ESPN MMA when he hasn't been like shit talking too much. Colin, do you think John Jones has officially been stripped, and that the UFC is like waiting to announce it?
No. I think weighing that option,
Hmm.
but I do not think that anything has happened yet.
Got it. Do you think then that Tom Aspinall has been told he's fighting on a certain day against either John Jones or a different opponent?
I could see that they have said something like you're going to be fighting on the Madison Square Garden card with a
Hmm.
opponent to be announced.
Got it. And if it isn't John Jones, who do you think is the most likely choice for that opponent?
Either Cyril Gahn or Curtis Blades.
Got well, Curtis Blades already has a fight coming up next month.
Never mind then.
So Cyril Gahn,
Cyril Gahn.
what on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your interest in watching that fight?
I am interested in Tom Aspinall. That's about it.
Okay. So that's
So
what, a 5 out of 10?
yeah, I'll give it a 6 or 7.
Oh, okay. So above average. If we're assuming
Yeah,
5 is average. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I tell you, I kind of like Cyril. Like, I like watching Tom Aspinall. Him versus Cyril Gahn does nothing for me, man. I stay as flaccid as ever. It does not even just a little wiggle. It's nothing for me.
Nothing.
Um,
Wow. Okay. All right.
nothing, nothing. Dead worm in it over here.
Wow.
Um, yeah,
Brutal.
yeah,
That's a rough one, man.
yeah. It is rough, but we've got some good fights coming up this month. So hopefully it'll wiggle my whatever the fuck. You get it. You know what I'm saying.
No, no, no. Tell
But
me. Tell me. What is it gonna wiggle for
hopefully
you?
hopefully it'll wiggle a lower appendage of my body that lacks bones. My boneless leg, my meat flap arm, you know?
My mi-
My
Gosh.
unrigid kickstand, whatever you need to call it. Anyway, but Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gahn doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. No,
Doesn't do
that's
it.
that's fair.
Yeah. What are you know those things that you used to get where like if you grabbed it, like it would like shoot through your hand? Like you could never hold on to it. It kind of looks like a prolapsed anus. You'd buy them at
What?
like you know what I'm talking about? They were like the little goo jellies and you could like put your arm through. Um,
Yeah,
come on, you know what I'm
no.
saying.
What? No. What do you?
Okay.
I
You would
never
go
had
to
a
like a
toy
street
that was a
fair.
prolapse anus. What are you fucking talking about?
Okay. You'd go to a street fair. There would be like it'd be like a cylindrical item and it would be like a plastic casing filled with like kind of like goo and like I don't know, little spaceships or whatever. And like when you grab onto it, it'd like whoop, 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 and it would like slide up in your hand. It was like hard to hold on to. You know what I mean?
No, my man. I'm sorry.
Ah,
Like,
I'll have to figure out how to look this up. Anyway, that I was trying to compare my dick to something, and you've just ruined it. You've just made the metaphor not land.
you just
Um,
tried to. I want you to know you tried to compare your dick to a toy that we played as children that
yeah,
reminded
yeah,
you of a prolapsed anus.
yeah. I mean, that's exactly right. And there's nothing more accurate than what I've just said and what you've just repeated back to me.
Okay, as
Um,
long as you and I are on the same page on that.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Anyway, what I'm saying is that June has some good fights, maybe. Um,
Yeah, we talked
uh,
about June being Hot Boy Summer for us.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Dude, I can't find this fucking thing. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna come back when we start our next podcast. I'm just gonna scream it into your ear exactly what the name of this item is. It is. And what we had to talk about was not because there was no events to really talk about, even though there was a whole event, it basically got canceled into nothingness.
Yep.
But we have UFC 316 coming up. Sean O'Malley, Rob Dvalishvili too. Did anyone ask for this rematch? No. We also have Juliana Pena and Kayla Harrison. Will it be a good fight? Probably not. But there is plenty to talk about. So
Wow,
we
we're
will be
really
making.
selling the hell out of this card right now.
Look, is it? I mean, do you find it a very good card?
Eh.
Yeah, it is an card, and I'm disappointed that I couldn't figure out the prolapsed anus gel toy that I was trying to talk about to compare to my deck. And now you've made me sound like a perv when I'm just trying to compare. I'm trying to bring nostalgia into my penis. That's what I'm trying to bring. And you won't allow me to do that. And so now I have to talk about 316, which like, did you hear about this? Sean O'Malley went no fap for 12 months before this fight. That was
What
like
is that?
his big grand strategy plan.
Like, he just didn't eat fat? Like,
No,
what does
no,
that even
he just
fucking
didn't
mean?
jerk off.
Oh, no
Yeah,
fap.
yeah, sorry, no fap with a
Oh,
P as
did
in
did
Peter.
did he have other people jerk him off or something? I don't know. Like, what? What does that even
Listen, man,
fucking
I'm
mean?
not getting intimate with it. He proudly exclaimed that he didn't smoke weed and he had no fap. And that was gonna be the big, like, cutting edge technology that beat Merab Dvalishvili. And then I
Whatever.
looked at Merab Dvalishvili, and he broke, like, 12 toes in this fight camp, and then was like, "It doesn't matter. I'll just still jump off roofs and wrestle cattle to the ground." And I went, "I don't know, Sean. I think Merab Dvalishvili truly is the definition of built different, and I
Yeah.
don't know if no FAP is gonna save you." Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that next week. We're gonna pick the main event, the co-main event, and then, finish of the night, underdog of the night, and, uh decision of the night,
Let's do it.
which yeah, which I gotta be honest, not a great card, but we do have Joshua Van on there, so everything's okay
Yeah, we
because we
got
got our
Josh
boy
Fan.
Josh Van.
We
Yep.
got your boy Patchy Mix too.
Yes, yes, he's coming in to avenge the horrid loss that Jose Aldo faced at the hands of that scoundrel Mario Batista. Um Mario Batista really is like the scoundrel that killed Jesse James. Like, he's just that's all I'll ever know him as. He's just the scoundrel who beat Jose Aldo. And even
Come
if he loses
on.
100 fights, no, no, no. It is Patchy Mix versus the scoundrel who defeated Jose Aldo. We will not use his name anymore on this podcast.
Damn.
Um,
Wow. All right.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah. So we'll pick those fights. Besides that, I will figure out what the name of this toy was I was trying to name before I sounded like a real skeevy perv on this podcast,
Yeah.
and, that's what we'll do. Um, anything else, Colin?
Nah, like I said, I got nothing for you.
Alright. Well, this has been 2 Five Fans Podcast. I'm one Five Fan Stewart,
I'm the other Colin.
and, no FAP with whatever the gooey gel packet is that you have. Actually, hold on, scratch that. Don't put your dick in the gooey gel packet that Stewart
Jesus.
has provided, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about though, right? They're like those weird little whatever. This has been 2 Five Fans Podcast. I'm Stewart. This is
Not
Colin.
Colin.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.